VIEWIT.
What up? It's your guy Chad, the one and only Mr. Unofficial Chad. Today we got someone, a motivational speaker, an artist, producer. I'm talking KHALUCCI. Mr. Hlokoloza Inyoka Mgodini. You'll understand why I'm saying Hlokoloza Inyoka Mgodini, because this guy really does Hlokoloza the Nyoka in the Mgodi. But let me not talk about Nyokas that I don't know. Straight to KHALUCCI after this. What up, my brother KHALUCCI? How are you, Kalu?
I'm very well. How are you, Chad?
I'm gifted. I'm good. I am happy to be alive. I am happy to be right here in your space, because this is the space to be. Because I can see everywhere it's motivations. I'm even motivated to go home and have a kid for myself, reading whatever is on your wall. So today we're here to speak to you about you, KHALUCCI, and the artist life. Yeah, we want to know a lot about what do you think about being an artist, an upcoming artist, the struggles and all those things that you're facing. But before we go there, I just want you to tell everyone who's KHALUCCI and where is KHALUCCI coming from, why KHALUCCI, who KHALUCCI, why KHALUCCI, where KHALUCCI. Those are the things that I need right now, man.
So KHALUCCI is my name, which means the presence of infinite wisdom.
Alright.
So it's all about sparking wisdom in the ears and the eyes of the generation in all ages, just to make sure that at the end of the day we propel their shaft in order to be motivated, in order to work hard on their crafts to become who they're destined to be. So as far as my history, music to me, it came as a calling, not just a talent.
A calling.
But as a calling that I was given in order to be a messenger, whereby the lyrics that I have, that I'm served with, I'm able to feed the generation, the people, the blacks in general, or in essence, because my understanding is, as it come at the calling, we have people who are robbed of their origin, who are robbed of their culture, who are robbed of their true knowledge of self. But it's in us that we take over the baton and we make sure that we inspire them, we encourage them, we make sure that at the end of the day they have true knowledge of self, of love, because we come from the places whereby the educational system is not that impactful. People go there, they graduate, but at the end of the day, they don't have the qualities, they don't have the principles, they don't even know how to love themselves and the next person, of which becomes a difficult thing. But growing up, for me, I grew up as this shy guy.
Shy?
Very shy.
That doesn't make sense. Shy, KHALUCCI, no ways. You can't be KHALUCCI and be shy.
For real, I mean.
Or maybe you were shy and then KHALUCCI came and then the shyness disappeared. Because like it doesn't say shy at the moment. Being shy doesn't state KHALUCCI.
I think time and life and education about life itself did overwritten who I was. You know, you become shy because you don't understand the circumstances or just the life around you. By the time you discover yourself, you discover God. And I understood that I'm godly myself. So with the gifts that I'm gifted with, there is no need for me to be shy about anything, but to express myself fully to the people. Because when you're confident about the story, the information and the wisdom that you seek, you become extremely confident because you understand what you're doing and what you're impacting the generation with.
Alright, I don't have much, as we said. Motivation. You can just say it from the voice, guys. From the voice, KHALUCCI is something or someone beyond this world. Cause like right now I am spooked. I don't even know what to say. I'm even moving the mic. I don't even know why I'm moving the mic, guys. But okay, KHALUCCI, we understand. So let's say this. You've been doing music for a while, checking your profiles online and your presence online. It means like you've been around doing music, performing and all those things. But what I've noticed is that your music is out there. You have released something recently, but you are missing out there. We're not seeing you physically, but we're seeing you virtually. What's happening with that? Are you more of someone who releases music and stay home and not perform, or is there something that's still stopping you, or for now you're not really in the performing mode, or you still start structuring KHALUCCI?
That's a very beautiful question.
Thank you. I'm beautiful also.
Black is beautiful as
very
well. To break it down to you, I sat down and I really reflexologized and rethink and reshuffle my thoughts about this, and it came to my realization that we can all be artists, but there's something which makes people unique and different in terms of how do they handle their affairs. I realized that we are so obsessed as the generation in looking successful than being successful.
I get that.
And we become attached to a fake life which is very expensive to maintain, because everybody needs to know that this is who you are, or that's who you claim you are at the end of the day. So I was like, we have to be very strategic. You can't just release music for the 5 people on your statuses or for 10 people on your social media platforms if the music is not impactful.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, there must be a strategy. There shouldn't be any rush for one to release the beautiful projects, because it becomes a waste of a craft, because it needs to reach millions and thousands of people. As I've said earlier on, that is a calling. It's not just for one person.
It's not for entertainment. It's a calling to reach out to the universe.
Exactly.
All right.
So I made a conclusion with myself after that conversation with my own self to say, let me relax, let me not rush to push music. I have lots and lots of songs that I've been working on.
Alright.
But the content of those music is so raw, is so strong that if I just release it, it's a waste. I can't release it again when I get that recognition that I want.
Alright,
so 100% sure that my timeline and my vision plan at that time when I release music is just gonna blow. 100%.
So you're saying like you are working on growing your image before you can give out all the crap that you have, because if you don't work on having an image, you might release only for the people that you have personally and not be heard. As you said, it's a calling, which means a calling is for you to be able to spread out whatever you're having inside of you.
100%.
Alright, so I've heard what you said. So this leads me to growing and getting this. As an upcoming artist, what is the hardest thing to like, what's dragging you down? What's making you not reach where you want to be? Why is it taking most upcoming artists? I'm gonna generalize to all artists. Why is it taking time for them to reach at the top? Like on your side, what do you think is the reason that you're not reaching there with like that pace? Because checking your presence online, you've been there, you've been releasing music, you've been making noise. That KHALUCCI is around. KHALUCCI will give you something, but it's been a while now. What is that thing that's holding you back from reaching out to that point where you feel like, okay, now I am speaking to the universe, I can release whatever I have to release? What's stopping you as an upcoming artist?
There are 2 things to that.
Alright.
Number 1, it's knowledge and information about music itself.
Alright.
I believe that one needs to have knowledge and the in-depth information about music, where to take it, where to go, how to distribute it, and who are the right people to go to when it comes to that music.
Alright.
You feel that once especially as artists now, the upcoming ones, once they feel that they have something that they can give out to the people, they record, they release.
Not checking who's listening, who's following, they just record and release.
100%. So one needs to study music. One needs to study and understand music in essence. What do people need?
Right.
Make connections, make relationships with that relevant stakeholders or channels. That's the most important thing,
yeah.
right? But you can't just release. You should have a budget for your marketing.
Right.
As long as you're not under an empire or a huge record label, if you are independent artist, first of all, make sure that you
financially stable.
Exactly.
All right.
Just that smaller,
to help you distribute, help you clear your image, help you reach out. Okay.
You write down your vision.
Right.
To say these are the channels that I want to go to. But for me to get these channels, I have to have this and that in terms of props, if I can call it the performing artist, right?
Yeah.
Now you know that when time is right, this is how you're going to distribute your financial savings in order for you to walk and access free to the path that you want to get to. That's number one. Number two, we have what we call doorkeepers. Right. Some can call it gatekeepers, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, I'm listening to that one. Sounds interesting.
These are people who do recognize talent in you.
Alright.
These are the people who have powers to open doors for you and close doors for you.
That's why doorkeeper, okay, it makes sense now.
Exactly. But the same people, they deny you access for you to practice your goal and your purpose of life.
Alright.
Because they have their own interest. You have to be a family member, or you have to contribute or bribe them with this much.
You need a certain connection for you to be able to be part of them. Okay.
Even though the talent can speak for itself,
but still needs something at the end of the day.
You know what I mean?
I understand you.
I'm talking about your radio platforms, your TV
record labels,
and so that's what happens. And then the other thing is supporters, right?
Yeah,
build people who knows you very well, but they feel that they're gonna lose something from them if they freely distribute your stuff or advertise it, put it on their cover, put it on their statuses for free, whatever.
Yeah.
If they recognize that, they think it's something which is, you put more effort in that. So when you hustle, when you try hard on your craft, you are alone. Once you make it, all those people who would have supported you, that's when they come and say, this is my guy, this is my person.
Who's been there? I've known him. I get what you're saying, because I'm going to say something which a lot of people where I come from also, they say I'm a picky bad person. I have 3 female friends which I only take pictures with.
Yes.
If you have been around me for a while, you've noticed whenever a camera is taken out, I disappear.
Yeah.
I don't take pictures with people.
Yes.
Reason being, people who take pictures seeing that there's a future ahead. They take pictures with you, and then once success comes, they come out of nowhere sharing your picture saying, yeah, he was with me from the beginning. Yeah, him pushing me now because I was there being him tell beer. So forgetting that they did not support you. Sometimes it's not the physical support that we need for you to buy content from me or buy something from me. Emotional support sometimes builds a person, because I've realized that most artists give up because of emotional support not being there. Your friends can hype you, dope music, it's like that, but you don't have people that tell you like, music that you're doing, it's helping me feel this way, your music that is doing is like this, or whatever you're doing, it's gonna change your life. Once you don't get those things, where it leads, I get you clearly. So talking about artists having to save up for them to be able to reach up into what they want, I would love, because I can see, man, I can see, I can sense, I've heard your numbers for a while now. I can tell that you speak words of wisdom. You can change a heart out of nowhere. I want you to tell any upcoming artist who's listening, or any artist that feels that they have pressurized in this music industry and they're not making it because they don't have support. I just want you to tell them something to uplift them to know that it might not happen today, but tomorrow it can be you. just want you to talk to them. Like right now, just want you to talk to them. After that, we go straight to one of your songs, because there's a song that I love, which is very touchy.
There's this idiomatic expression that say the chains of a habit are too fine to be felt until they're too strong to be broken. The generation, whether you're upcoming, whether you're doing music, whether you're gifted in anything, whether you're studying, you should know that life is just a memory. That's the most important thing. Once you realize that life is just a memory, and who you are and what you do in this lifetime, it's like the camera is just taking and capturing the memories of who you are. And once you become impactful in what you do, that's when you are dedicated to that severely. Your impact becomes forever. Your impact lives forever. Your legacy is the one that will never be forgotten, because it will go down in the books of history as you're one of the great person ever. But on the other side, we have those who are not impactful, those who are just alive but they're not living. They're still breathing, but we can't see what they're doing. Their impact is just some fluffy, shallow stuff that one cannot remember or recognize. Once you are no more, you are no more. You are scrapped out of the books of history. You never existed. And understand that you, as somebody who is so ambitious, so passionate about life, you would want to make an impact. That your memory doesn't just fade away, but you're going to build a legacy that will stand the test of time, even though you are no more. Even if the angel of death comes knocking on your door, you do not care, because you're gonna be remembered. Everything that you've done, one will always compliment it and comment it, for you did it passionately, with love, wholeheartedly. That's what I can say to them.
Guys, I don't know if you understood him as I understood, because what I understood is that be born, live, die, but don't forget. Even after death, live on, because that's what life is all about, a memory. So if you can't be a memory, you would be useless, because you won't be in the histories of life. Even your followings will just forget. They will remember there was once my great someone, but they won't recognize who you are. But if you live life to the fullest and focus on what you want, you will live forever. So
100%.
This is the song that I'm talking about, guys. I hope you can relate to this. We'll talk about this after it.
Haumyega hambe, yeah. Maunga samfuni, yeah. Haumyega hambe, yeah.
Dry tears, feeling trying not to cry. With every bit of war, perfection is for the tears flying. The piece of my break, if it's all over, happy with all. I know what you're going through, I feel for your pain. I know that it is full of gold, and same recipes. All the women that cheer and rape, the medicine, death, inevitable. I mean, look what the did to not led. Look what the president did to you, crazy. We've been acting oblivious, masterminded individual to have this covered the criminal, molested the future of our own. Taking shots like rivers, their gun, poor Garrett and ready. Resurrecting the spirit of Winnie Mandela. We know that a woman fight for freedom. Let's take it to the streets if it needs be. No hallelujah, but my bitch love, I'm sick and tired of seeing our women in body bags. How long will we mourn for this losses? How long will we witness this corpus? Patriarchal society, oppressive women who get back to this nation. How could it be that the woman who been through section to give it love is beaten to death? Are you out of your mind? Father, can't wait too deep on the subjects. Stop this killing, our women are dying. Let's love and protect it. The least we can do to reciprocate.
Mama samfuni, yeah. Haumyega hambe, yeah.
Big belly, let's review the dog as we shred missing. I'm 12 cases, she never went viral. Paper traders buying tickets to freedom. They be private the system cause justice is only for sale. Look what they did to our mothers. She had to sleep her way up to get promotion and drag is that fair. Poor gal had to sacrifice her virginity to get a gig on the television and a song to be played on the radio. If our female celebrity had to confess what they had to go through to succeed, this was gonna break in tears. Gender-based violence and femicide. Daughter missing and she gon' return in a coffin or traumatized. I saw my mama going through it with tears. Ramaphosa rest the planet's next. I'm just an activist speaking for first victims. Cause every time I see on the TV it's just another woman's a beach of worry. Must have a set, refresh generational curse. Tisha gas is a gauge but raised in flower and breaking no more. May this rest be impactful like Dr. Seven's prescriptions. Things fall apart like she didn't watch heaven. What happened to Azania with the forsaken?
Sisi se bala segile, habango sisi se lasema tume samfun, hamyega hambe, maunga samfuni hamyega hambe, maunga samfuni hamyega hambe, Maunga samfuni hamyega hambe Hamban bosisi se vapelen katwen Hamban bosisi se vasbulele Hamban bosisi se balasegile Hamban bosisi.
What up? That was Mieke. That's an emotional song. That's a song that made me, I don't know if this is okay to say, but I nearly cried for the first time after hearing this song because I have memories of a lady who's my sister whose life was cut short because of a guy who felt that if he can't have my sister, no one else should have my sister. So it kind of, every time when I listen to this song, it takes me, I was still young by then, I think I was doing my grade 6 or 7, but the memories, the images that I saw and everything still kicks back. So every time when I listen to these songs, I just go to that state of saying, what is it with us guys that we so hateful to a point whereby if something it's more out of our hands, we don't deserve something, we feel like no one else deserves it. Because I believe we are all humans here. We're all here for a purpose. We all go through the trials, and some people come to our life as trials and lessons. So if someone moves out of your life, you should just accept that I've had this person, I've learned this lesson, whoever is coming next, I need to love them better and understand the story. But with guys, I just realized that if we're deeply in love, we hardly let people go. We end up being bossy, we end up killing, we end up stalking people, we end up destroying people's life, making people live in fear. So that song KHALUCCI, it really takes me back in time, and I feel this is one of the songs that will live on. As you said, you're born, you live life, you die, and you live on if you make memories for people. This is one of the songs I feel that if people can really get to understand you and hear one of these tracks, they will most definitely know this is one of the songs that will make us understand that. Because listening to the people that you've mentioned and what we've been facing as a country based on gender violence and ladies being slaughtered like chickens and cows because of relationships and all these things, this is something else. I just want to understand from my side, it has its own meaning. I just want to understand from your view, what was the reason behind the track? Why did you feel the need of writing this? I know we've been facing a lot in this country. As guys usually say, man, wrong, what. But what's your reason behind that song?
I come from a very mean, poisoned, patriarchal society where men feel that they are more masculine, and if they have misunderstanding in relationships, the only way to resolve it is through physical interaction. whereby they're very hateful, to women. They're hating them. They're abusing them physically. They're abusing them emotionally. They're abusing them sexually. And it broke my heart to an extent where I felt that it is very imperative and only right that a man writes down a syllabus to all men and women, because we have to balance the equation.
Because once you focus on the other side, it will start the other side.
That's true. I mean, if you focus all your resources to men, then who's going to prepare women to love those men?
Yeah.
So we have to balance both sides just to ensure that the education from the syllabus that I'm writing, because I am a life writer, and when I jot down my thoughts, I want the person who walks in that footsteps of the ink of my pen to feel what I'm writing, to be touched, and God willingly to be impacted by that message and to change their ways if whatever that they were doing were very wrong. Now your path becomes directed because they are processes of life that I lay down and put them together, and you feel that no, there's no need. Perhaps what I'm doing it's wrong. Let me open my eyes and see life and visualize it differently and start doing the right things. So for me, again, I've seen in our country, as much as we have COVID, there's this saying the main big pandemic is gender-based violence, and listening to the women who've been abused, the queue of those women, seeing the statistics going up on the newspaper. When I read, that's what I see. On the television, when I switch it on, that's what I see. And I thought it's only right that a man speaks to men, confront them about the things that they are doing and correct their wrongs, chastise them, so that at the end of the day they can be lovers and protectors of their own women than being enemies and monsters that fight with them. Because remember, as a man, you need a visionary woman as well who's able to talk to you and say, baby, love, I think this is a wrong thing. How about we
do this?
But it becomes very hard if you're not approachable as a man, because everything you deal with that violently,
you become a monster to them.
100%. So that was my side of my ink as I was jotting out this song, Me Again.
That's something, I'm even out of words because this is like a touchy song. Yeah. But let's not dwell in sadness and focus on us as being human, changing and having an impact in life, because you can't just be a dusty memory, because someone will just blow you off and you will never exist again. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is KHALUCCI. I'm out of words, guys. I'm out of words because this man is a man of words. He took everything out of me. I'm one talkative person, but now I'm out of words. But what I can say is that if you need to learn more about KHALUCCI, he's KHALUCCI in all platforms. Search KHALUCCI, you'll find his music. I'll put the link in the description below. I'll make sure to direct everything to his socials, and make sure that you check his music. Maybe you understand what I'm saying. He's a man with a pen mightier than the sword, because right now whatever he pens down, he makes sure that it hits deep, it clears scars, it creates memories, it makes you think that life needs to be better for us to live happily. I'm not gonna leave you with just a blank page. I'm gonna continue and play Me Again, because this song deserves to be played, ladies and gentlemen. From VIEWIT and the team, we are KHALUCCI. Thank you for coming to VIEWIT. This is VIEWIT podcast. This is the first episode with KHALUCCI, and I feel this is fire, ladies and gentlemen. KHALUCCI.
Yes.
Something for them to say goodbye before we go back to Me Again, because I really love this song.
Time, it's a fragile commodity. once it's lost, it will never be regained. Make sure that each and every second, when you find time, you become impactful, you become counted in a society, so that people can learn from you, do better. They're encouraged by your works to follow their dreams, to follow their visions, to follow all that God has blessed them with. Go on for your goals. Never stop. Never be discouraged. If you believe in it with your heart fully, go get it, even if it means blood or death. Never look on the other side.
VIEWIT Entertainment. That's it, guys, for us. We are out. Don't forget to follow us in all our social media platforms. It's at VIEWIT_ENT. VIEWIT Entertainment. It's me, your boy, Unofficial Chad, Mr. Unofficial. Don't ask me why I'm unofficial, but I will remain our own unofficial. English people, schoa. Unofficial is long. Unofficial until the day I die, but I'm not gonna be dying like a dust. My life will live on because I made sure that I leave a footprint. My footprint is digital and it's also in everyone's heart. I'm out.
Hamban bosi se va pelen katwen, hamban bosi se va bulele ye, hamban bosi se va la segile, hamban bosi se va matune some food, hamyega hambe ye, maunga some funi ye, hamyega hambe ye.
Dry tears, girl, they try not to cry. With every bit of war, for perfection, it's over the tears flying. The piece of my break, if it's all over, happy with all. I know what you're going through, I feel for your pain. I know that it is full of gold, and stand for peace. All the women that cheer and rape, the medicine, death, inevitable. I mean, look what the D to not led. Look what the president did to you, crazy. We've been acting oblivious, masterminded individual to have a discovered the criminal, molested the future of our own. Taking shots like rivers, their gun, poor, garrison and ready. Resurrecting the spirit of Winnie Mandela. We know that we're woman, fight for freedom, let's take it to the streets if it needs be. No holiday yet, but my bitch I'm sick and tired of seeing our women in body bags. How long will we mourn for this losses? How long will we witness this corpus? Patriarchal society, oppressive women who get back to this nation. How could it be that the woman who been through C-section to give it love is beaten to death? Are you out of your mind? Father, can't wait too deep on the subjects. Stop this killing, our women are dying. Let's love and protect. It's the least we can do to reciprocate.
Mama Safuni, yeah, yeah.
Big Daddy, let's review the darkest we straight missing. I'm 12 cases which never went viral. Perpetrators buying tickets to freedom. They be proud of the system cause justice is only for sale. Look what they did to our mothers. She had to sleep her way up to get promotion and dragons that fed. Poor gal had to sacrifice her virginity to get a gig on the television and a song to be played in the radio. If our female celebrity had to confess what they had to go through to succeed, this was gonna break in tears. Gender-based violence and femicide. Daughter missing and she gon' be chanting the coffin or traumatized. I saw my mama going through it with tears. While my pause the rest of the planet's next. I'm just an activist speaking for priceless victims. Cause every time I see on the TV it's just another woman's the beach of worry. Must have a set, refresh generational curse. Teach our guys it's okay to put race in love ain't breaking no more. May this rest be impactful like Dr. Seven's prescriptions. Things full of pound like she didn't watch heaven. What happened to us, honey? I would have forsaken.
Sisi se bala segile, hambango sisi se matuna some food, hamyega hambe, maunga some funi hamyega hambe, maunga some funi hamyega hambe, Maunga Safuni, yeah, hamyega hambe, yeah. Hamban bosi se va pelen katwen, hamban bosi se va bulele, yeah.